Alrighty, people. Exponent here again, and because I had so much fun with that previous vid, I think we should just get right back at it with the fucking AI text-based games, because I've been having a lot of fun with them, even though I just discovered them recently. So yeah, let's do it. Let's figure out. Actually, let's change this around. What setting do we want? How about, let's go away from castles. How about, let's go Isakai. I don't know if, yeah, I don't know if that's how you'd say Isekai, or if it can even recognize that it's Isekai. Uh, learn magic, travel the world. Firearms. Back to your world. Okay. Kind of a tall order, but oh, it's a goodie. Chronicles of the Bullet Mage. Welcome to your new reality. You remember a flashing truck? Oh god, a fucking truck. Flashing truck headlight, and now you are standing in a glowing runic circle. A robed old man looks at you in astonishment. You notice your modern tactical backpack is slung over your shoulder, packed with your standard duty firearms. You must master this world's elemental magic, explore its vast continents, and combine your modern ballistic firepower with spellcasting to defeat the Reality Warden and open a portal back home. Ooh. It's already great. Isekai Fire Magic. Wait. What's this tab say? Isekai Firearm Magic text game? Amazing. Amazing. I think that's gonna be the title. That's gonna be the title of this vid. Hold on. Actually, I gotta check if OBS is still recording. Okay, okay. We're still golden. We're still golden, boys. I'm still used to this. I'm still used to this, so... Or getting used to this. Alrighty. Okay. Semi-automatic. Oh my. Strange glowing quartz bound to your soul. I like it. This time it gives you like the health bar and everything. semi-automatic pistol, a tactical knife, a spare 9 magazine, and 1 MRE. Act 1, the summoning chamber. The old man steps forward, his hands trembling. The prophecy. Oh man. I'm so glad I picked Isakai. Holy shit. The old man steps forward, his hands trembling. The prophecy, a hero from the starless realm, wielding iron wands of thunder. Champion, the realm of Ethelgard. Oh my god. Dude, it did Ethelgard last time. I kind of like it though. I kind of like it. Realm of Ethelgard is tearing at the seams. Yeah, it did. It did Ethelgard for my last adventure, but it's okay. Is tearing at the seams. Only by mastering the 4 primal runes and defeating the warden can you ever hope to return to your world. He points to a heavy oak door behind him, muffled roars echoing from the other side. Beyond lies the testing grounds. You must choose how you will face your first trial. Ask the old man to teach you your very first basic spell before opening the door. Draw your 9mm pistol, rack the slide, and tell him to open the door immediately. Inspect your backpack in the glowing quartz to see if your modern gear interacts with this world's ambient mana. Ooh, okay. I'm thinking that, like, my character can, like, channel mana through the bullets. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm gonna try and go with the default options as much as possible. Instead of doing, like... Because, like, you can go outside of these options, but I think it's, like, more interesting to just do as it says. So yeah, we'll go with option A. Hopefully you teach me, like, Fireball or something. Exit out of digital keyboard, please. Please. Why won't it? Okay, there we go. The old man nods approvingly, his long beard shaking. Wisdom before wrath, a true mage's choice. He raises a withered hand, tracing a glowing blue geometric pattern in the air. Close your eyes, feel the ambient heat in your blood. Channel it to your fingertips and speak the word Ignis. Oh, I fucking knew it. It's fucking Fireball. I fucking knew it. You follow his instructions. A strange tingling warmth rushes down your arm. With a sharp snap, a flickering golf ball-sized orb of flame erupts just above your knuckles. It doesn't burn your skin, but it crackles with volatile energy. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, it's a basic cantrip? Fuck yeah. New magic learned. Primal Ember. Shoots a small bolt of fire. Costs 0 mana. Basic cantrip. Nice. Suddenly the heavy oak door splinters outward. A massive hound-like beast covered in jagged stone armor bursts into the room, snarling as red saliva drips from its jaws. It locks its yellow eyes straight on you. Alrighty. Hurl your newly learned Primal Ember spell directly at the beast's stone armored face. Quick draw your 9mm and aim for the unarmed patches of skin between its joints. Try to imbue the 9mm inside your gun's chamber with the fire magic before taking a shot. Dodge out of the way and let the old man handle the beast. My god, that's an option. I like that this is an option. Alright, let's go with C. I think, yeah, I want to learn, like, gun channeling. That's what I want to fucking do. Like, from the fucking Darkness, that game. The birth of gun kata magic. You close your eyes for a split second, focusing on the tingling warmth in your arm. Instead of letting it escape through your fingertips, you wrap your hand around the grip of your 9mm pistol. You channel the volatile fire energy directly into the steel slide, pushing it straight down the brass casing chambered in the barrel. The gun hums. Orange runes flash along the metal side. Ooh, that's sick as fuck. And a faint smell of sulfur fills the air. New skill created, magical imbuement, level 1. You can now infuse physical ammunition with elemental spells. Ammo status, 1 fire imbued 9mm round loaded, 14 standard. Okay. The stone found leaps across the room, jaws wide open. You raise the gun and pull the trigger. Bang! The shot is deafening in the enclosed room. The bullet strikes the beast's chest armor. Chest armor? Does it have chest armor? I don't know if it does. Oh, I guess he is in stone armor. Okay. God, that's fucking sick. The stone plating shatters into molten fragments, and the concussive force blasts the monster backwards, slamming it into the wall. It lets out a weak whimper and dissolves into black ash, leaving a small, shimmering green gemstone behind on the floor. By the gods, the old man whispers, staring at your smoking firearm. You didn't just cast magic, you weaponized it. Fuck yeah, I did. Wait, I wonder... is there a mana? Okay, I think mana will become a thing. Yeah, it will. Okay. Pick up the shimmering green gemstone left behind by the beast. Demand that the old man explain what the monster was and what you need to do next. Immediately reload your gun to replace the spent round and prepare to step through the shattered doorway. Ooh. Alright, before I ask anything, I better pick up this gemstone before I forget. So we'll go with option A here. Echoes of the Void. Oh, I leveled up? Shit, nice. You walk over to the pile of black ash and pick up the shimmering green gemstone. The moment your skin touches it, the stone dissolves into a stream of emerald light, sinking directly into your palm. A sudden surge of vitality rushes through your veins. Your senses sharpen and your muscle fatigue vanishes instantly. The strange quartz in your backpack pulses in tandem with your heartbeat. Assets absorbed. I got a beast core. I have wind now. Nice. Oh, I have more health. Sweet. Oh, and now this other quartz is glowing brighter now. Alright, the old man steps over the rubble of the door, peering out into a vast, sprawling forest under a purple sky. That core you just absorbed belonged to a void hound, he says grimly. The reality warden scouts are already here. If you want to get home, you must travel to the Whispering Woods and locate the Altar of Gale. With that wind core, you can unlock your second element. He points down a winding dirt path leading away from the ruined tower. Head straight down the dirt path into the Whispering Woods to find the altar. Option B, stay in the tower and force the old man to give you map directions and blah blah blah. Take a moment to experiment with your wind essence. Try to imbue a 9mm round with wind magic. Ooh. Alright, hold on. I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back. head straight down the... Okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Thing is, if I do this... it'll use another bullet. I don't want to, I want to conserve ammo. I mean, I know that it'll let me experiment with my wind powers and shit, like, before I go, but, like, I want to keep it, I want to keep it to these options, you know? Yeah. Gonna go with A. You step over the threshold of the shattered tower and start heading down the winding dirt path. The purple sky hangs heavy overhead, and the trees here are massive, with leaves that hum a soft melodic tune as the breeze flows by. As you dive deeper into the forest, the singing of the trees turns into an eerie, disjointed whisper. Shadows flit between the giant tree trunks. Your tactical instincts kick in, and you're being hunted. Suddenly, three nimble goblin-like figures with bark-like skin and glowing green eyes drop from the canopy. Two carry jagged wooden spears, while the third, standing further back, begins channeling a swirling ball of green wind energy in its hands. They block the they block the path ahead completely. Purple sky hangs overhead. Trees here are massive with leaves that hum. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Oh, I didn't investigate the quartz that's already in my bag. Fire a standard 9mm bullet at the wind channeling. Use magical imbuement to load a fire round. Draw your tactical knife and rush the nearest spear goblin, saving your precious ammo for later. Yeah. Channel your new wind essence into your legs to dodge their initial volley and flank them. I think I'll use C. You decide to conserve your modern ammunition. You holster your 9mm pistol, draw your heavy steel tactical knife, and sprint directly at the nearest spear-wielding wooden goblin. The creature thrusts its jagged wooden spear forward. Thanks to your level up, your enhanced reflexes allow you to easily sidestep the thrust. You close the distance, drive the blade deep into its chest, and kick its body away. It dissolves into black ash. However, the second goblin capitalizes on your forward momentum. It swings its spear like a club, striking you hard against the shoulder. At the same time, the goblin and the mage in the back launches its swirling wind blast, which grazes your flank with razor-sharp air currents. You break away, breathing heavily, but you have successfully closed the distance to the final two enemies. Oh, it took 25 damage. Okay. Quickly pull your pistol with your free hand and execute the melee goblin at point-blank range. Throw your tactical knife at the distant goblin mage, then duck behind a massive tree for cover. Magical imbuement to channel a fire burst directly through the blade of your knife and slash. Yeah, I want C. That's what I want to do. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. At any point, I can use my basic cantrip. You grip your tactical knife tightly, forcing the tingling fire energy down your arm and straight into the steel blade. The metal glows a bright incandescent orange, hissing as it superheats the damp forest air. New technique, Searing Blade, infuses melee weapons with fire damage. The remaining spear goblin lunges at you, but you slash downward in a quick arc. Your superheated knife cuts cleanly through its wooden spear and strikes its chest. The fire energy explodes on contact, instantly turning the creature to ash. Seeing its allies vaporize, the goblin mage panics. It drops its spell, turns around, and scrambles up a mossy ridge. It drops its towards what looks like a glowing stone structure in the distance. Okay. Alright. Let the mage go and search the ash piles of the 2 dead spear goblins for loot and items. Holster your knife, draw your pistol, and use a standard millimeter shot to pick off the fleeing mage before it can warn others. Chase after the mage immediately on foot, using the glowing stone structure as your guide. I'm just gonna loot the bodies. I'm just gonna let him go. Spoils of war. You decide to let the fleeing goblin go and focus on securing the battlefield. You kneel and sift through the 2 black ash left by the spear goblins. Your thorough search pays off. In the remains, you find a handful of strange-shaped currency and a rough, glowing blue stone that pulses with defensive energy. Lesser Rune of Warding can be attached to your gear to slightly reduce incoming damage. Added coins and the Warding Rune to your bag. Okay. As you finish packing your loot, a loud echoing horn sounds from the distance of the glowing stone structure where the mage fled. A bright green beacon shoots up into the sky. The mage has successfully alerted the outpost. Shit! Alrighty. Dude, I still need to figure out what this strange glowing quartz is. I'll do it later, though. I was about to say, consume the MRE. Yeah. Sneak through the underbrush towards the green beacon, attempting to scout the outpost before being spotted. Okay. You can read that. I'll do C. They're probably gonna find me. Can I? There we go. You decide to prioritize your physical readiness. You slip behind the thick roots of a massive singing tree, pull your military armory from your tactical pack, and tear it open. As you quickly consume the high-calorie meal, a profound sense of warmth spreads through your body, knitting your torn flesh and soothing your bruised shoulder. The magical properties of this world seem to accelerate your body's natural healing when fueled by nutrition. Oh. While you finish eating, the echoing horn sounds a second time, closer now. You hear the heavy thud of marching boots and the rattling of crude armor coming down the path from the glowing stone structure. A scouting party is heading towards your way to investigate the dead goblins. Okay. Ambush the... Okay. Crush and equip. I'm just gonna run past him. I'm just gonna do D. I'm just gonna do D. See if that works. It'll probably let me do it. I can hit X on the fucking keyboard. There we go. A ghost in the woods. You opt for the stealth over a bloody fight. Slipping silently into the thick growing underbrush, you move past, parallel to the trail. A moment later, a squad of 4 heavily armed goblins wearing scrap iron armor and wielding massive broadswords marches past your position. They're completely focused on the path ahead, totally oblivious to your presence. You sneak past them and arrive at the edge of a massive clearing. In the center stands the Altar of Gale. The tower's structure of floating, emerald-rimmed stone swirling around a central vortex of pure wind energy. Guarding the altar is a lone goblin shaman chanting incantations, flanked by 2 archers with bows drawn. Scanning the perimeter, the fleeting mage let you slip away earlier, is also there, frantically pointing back towards the forest. Alrighty. Then open fire on the Shandard with standard 9mm rounds. Use magical... Oh my. Creep up silently with behind one of the... Okay. Alright, I'll probably do option C. That's probably the best. Go away, keyboard, please. Thank you. You grab your tactical knife, lower your stance, and slip silently out of the underbrush. Your boots make no sound against the mossy ground. The howling wind from the altar perfectly masks your approach. You glide up behind the right-hand archer. In one swift practice motion, you cover its mouth, pull its head back, and drive your blade into its throat. The creature stiffens and crumbles into a silent heap of black ash. The other archer and the shaman are still completely focused on the fleeing mage's frantic explanations. They have no idea you are right behind them. Ooh, tactical advantage. I hope I'm leveling up from this. Immediately throw your knife into the back of the second archer for another one before they notice their partner is missing. Alright, it'll probably let me do this one, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to do the option B again, try and do another stealth. God. You slow the executive decision. Oh, fuck. I meant to do B. Shit. You focus the tingling heat in your chest. You channel a massive surge of fire energy. You raise the sights and aim the trigger at the shaman's back and squeeze the trigger. The fire-imbued bullet rips through the air and impacts the shaman. The localized explosion is spectacular. A flash of blinding orange light vaporizes the shaman instantly, and the concussive blast wave sends the second archer and the fleeing mage flying through the air. They crash into the stone pillars of the altar, knocked out cold. The central vortex of pure energy breaks free from the shaman's suppressive spells, spinning violently and pulling you towards its center. Threat neutralized. Alrighty. You step directly into the veil, absorb the primal rune of Gale. Quickly search the... Okay. Crush into the vest first, fearing the raw... Okay. It probably won't do anything. I'll do C, just because I think it would be interesting. I don't think it would do anything if I hit A, but yeah, I'll do C. You decide to prioritize safety over haste. You retrieve the lesser rune of warding from your backpack and crush it tightly in your hand. The blue gemstone shatters into a fine sparkling dust that instantly adheres to your tactical vest. Oh god, shit. A faint, translucent blue barrier ripples across your body. Oh, it's permanently. Oh, nice. Reduced by 10%. With your defensive barrier humming. Yeah, I'm basically indestructible now. You currently step directly into the roaring emerald vortex at the center of the altar. The wind pressure is immense, tearing at your clothes, but your new warding barrier stabilizes you. The green vortex funnels directly into your chest, binding with the strange quartz in your backpack. Your mind floods with ancient geometric equations, teaching you how to manipulate the velocity of the air. Ooh. Damn, I learned gale force. Bursts of high velocity wind. And it's a cantrip. Nice. And I'm level 3. Advanced technique unlocked. Kinetic overlock. You can now imbue bullets with wind magic to increase their velocity, range, and armor-piercing capabilities. Ooh. It counts as an advanced technique. I wonder if magical imbuement. I wonder if that one's... I think that one counts as a standard spell? Hold on, let me see. Let me see here. I'm interested. I wanna know if it's like... Okay. 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 Alright. Emitting a soft white and green light. Okay. Armor shield. Cool. Oh, I need to read this. Okay. As the vortex disperses, the purple sky briefly splits open overhead. A massive glowing eye peers down at the clearing from the Terran reality, its gaze locking onto you with cold fury. The reality warden has noticed your awakening. The tear closes and a heavy silence falls over the clearing. The path ahead splits into 2 directions out of the Whispering Woods. Take the left path towards the sunken coast. Take the right path towards the Iron Spire. Find the next elemental altar. Okay, take the right path towards the Iron Spire Mountains, following rumors of ancient dwarven smiths who can manipulate metals and gunpowder. Oh. So guns or elements? think C is probably the best, just to loot everything before I go. Oh, I might be able, if I go with the dwarves, I might be able to get more ammo. You decide to maximize your resources before choosing a path. With practice efficiency. Your thoroughness pays off. From the shaman's remains, you pull a leather pouch containing silver coins in a strange metal tube wrapped in a greasy parchment. Upon unraveling it, your eyes widen. It is an intact M19 45 ACP. Oh, it's the Colt? It is... They got the Colt. Oh my. Likely pulled from a previous unfortunate soul pulled into Ethelgard. It comes with 2 fully loaded magazines. From the unconscious skull guards, you strip away a small pouch of healing herbs. Elixir of leaves. Heavy stopping power, but limited ammunition. Oh my god, does this mean I can dual wield? I can fucking dual wield. It's amazing. Alrighty. Echoing roar reminds you that you can't linger too long. The 2 paths away. Okay. Damn. Let's go with... How about A? Yeah. The sunken coast. Oh, I bet that's... Yeah, that's probably water magic. Let's see here. I like me some water magic. I do. Okay, can I... You choose the left path, descending out of the whispering woods. The air grows thick, salty, and humid as the massive trees give way to a jagged coastline of black volcanic rock. The sea below isn't blue. Ooh, it's a swirling, iridescent, oil-sick color crashing violently against the ruins of a half-submerged stone port town. This is the sunken coast. Somewhere across this treacherous ocean lies the next primal rune. As you walk along the rotting wooden docks of the abandoned port, a massive shadow ripples beneath the water. Suddenly, the surface explodes. A giant multi-tentacled deep-sea abomination with a single bulbous eye and rows of serrated teeth lunges onto the docks. Its thick, rubbery hide looks highly resistant to physical attacks, and it blocks the only intact sailboat tied to the pier. Alrighty. Okay, alrighty. Draw your high caliber M19 45 ACP and use your new kinetic overlock technique to imbue a heavy round with wind magic. Alright, I think we'll go with option A. But I am gonna see if I can dual wield. What if I... Actually... What if I dual wield now? Oh, jump into the water and untie this sailboat? My god. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Nope. I'm gonna say, alright, I got it, chat. I got it. Even though I don't have a chat. Damn it. Pigstols. Who? The Twin Tempest? Fuck yeah. You let out a grim smile. A grim smile and draw both firearms simultaneously. The fast, sleek 9mm fills your hand, while the heavy, hard-hitting M19 rests solidly in your right. You close your eyes and split your consciousness. Down your left arm, you channel the howling emerald currents of wind magic, wrapping it tightly around the 9mm slide. Down your right arm, you pump the volatile, searing heat of fire magic, igniting the steel of the 45. The barrels hum with contrasting elements, creating a turbulent vortex of energy right in front of your chest. Yup, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Dual elemental fusion. You can now channel different elements into separate weapons simultaneously. Yeah. Dual wield time. The deep sea abomination roars, slamming three massive slime-slicked tentacles down onto the wooden docks to crush you. You sprint forward, diving beneath the crashing waves. You cross both arms and fire both weapons in rapid succession. The wind-imbued 9-round fires with an amplified supersonic crack. The bullet pierces effortlessly through the creature's rubbery hide, creating a vortex that opens its internal organs. A millisecond later, the heavy round ACP round impacts the same wound. The explosive fire magic mixes with the internal wind currents, triggering a localized firestorm inside the monster. Oh my god. Steam, boiling slime, and a purple blood erupt into the air. The monster screeches in agony, its massive eye rolling back as its charred, mangled body collapses into the iridescent ocean dead. The sailboat tied to the pier is completely undamaged, swaying gently in the wake of the beast's death. God, it's fucking amazing. Scavenge the floating remains of the abomination. Board the sailboat immediately. Hoist the sails to cross the iridescent sea before more aquatic monsters surface. Look around the abandoned port's town, ruined buildings for a shop or safe house to spend your silver copper coins. Oh. Okay. Let's see here. I don't know. God, I created this such a cool fucking premise. God. Okay. We'll go with B. Harvesting the Leviathan. You step to the edge of the blood-stained dock, pull out your tactical knife, and lean over the floating carcass of the abomination. With a few precise cuts, you slice free its massive, inect central lens and peel away a large sheet of its tough, rubbery hide. The moment you pull the items out of the water, the strange quartz in your bag pulses. A cold wave of energy washes over the harvested materials, purifying and shrinking them down so that they easily fit into your inventory. Okay. Loot found. Abomination Islands. Crafting scopes. Oh my god. That's fucking amazing. Highly water resistant, ideal for crafting gun holsters or light armor reinforcement. Upgrades lock in. Your recent display of dual wielding firepower has permanently influenced your path. Your soul aligns with the way of the gunslinger mage. Class unlocked? Oh my god. Dual wield firepower style gives a passive boost to fire accuracy and stability when firing two weapons at once. Fire weapon upgraded selected. Your quartz registers your intent to upgrade the heavy pistol first. It will require a forge or a blacksmith to implement structural modifications. Okay. Alrighty. Class unlocked. Strange glowing quartz. Yeah. Okay. With your packs full of rare, you stand at the edge of the pier. Board to push the sails and so the force explore the nearby to see if there's a forge where you can get your new upgrade. Ooh, B. Let's go to B. Yeah. The ruined forge. You turn away from the docks and head into the skeletal remains of the port town. Dust and dried seaweed crunch beneath your boots as you search the crumbling stone facades. After a few minutes, you spot a heavy iron sign shaped like an anvil hanging crookedly over a basement entrance. You descend steps into an abandoned blacksmith workshop. To your surprise, the forge's hearth isn't fueled by coal, but by a dormant magma crystal. You place your M19, the abomination eyes, and the Leviathan hide strips onto your workstation. Channeling your primal ember magic, you snap your fingers and ignite the magma crystal. The forge blazes to life with a fierce, steady heat. Guided by the instinctual knowledge radiating from your glowing quartz, you begin modifying your firearm. You wrap the grip in the insulated Leviathan hide and smelt the monster lens crystal into the custom red dot optic, fusing the glass directly into the steel slide with runic imprinting. M19 Abomination Eye, that's fucking amazing. Passive weapon, increased with ocular sight. Enemy health bars and weaknesses of your targets. Ooh. Insulated grip drastically reduces. Oh, nice. That's sick. It reduces the recoil. Nice. As you begin assembling your upgraded weapon, the stone stairs begin behind you rattle. A low, wet growl echoes down in the basement. 3 waterlogged skeletons, warriors, in clad, rusted iron armor dripped with seaweed, stand in the entrance. They block your path, their glowing blue eyes locked on you. Alright. Test out your new abomination eye. View their elemental weaknesses and pick them off with their targeted shots. Wait, can I look at their elemental weaknesses with it? Oh, I can. Dude, that's so fucking sick. So sick. Use your Gale Force, save your ammunition to blast the skeletons, shatter them against the wind walls. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking I was going to use just like the basic magic. Let's use B. Yeah. Use wind. Because I still have my basic cantrip. You decide to preserve your upgraded ammunition for open ground. You holster both firearms, step into a wide stance, and thrust both palms towards the narrow staircase. You tap into the primal rune of Gale bound to your soul, unleashing a violent torrent of high-velocity air. Because you were in, underground workshop, the wind pressure compresses rapidly, forming a devastating sonic shockwave that tears up the stone floorboards. Gale Force level 1. The 3 armored skeletons are caught dead center by the blast. The raw kinetic energy lifts them off their feet and slams them violently into the ceiling and walls of the tight staircase. Their brittle, waterlogged bones and rusted iron armor instantly shatter into dozens of harmless fragments. The remaining dust is sucked out of the room with the vacuum of your spell. Threat neutralized without firing a single bullet. Nice. You march up the clear stairs and return to the docks. The sailboat sits ready. You set aboard, untie the mooring lines, and guide a gentle, steady breeze into the sails using your wind magic. The vessel cuts cleanly through the iridescent sea, leaving the sunken coast behind you as you head towards the mysterious western continent. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. After several hours of smooth sailing, a massive landmass raises from the fog. The new continent presents 2 landing points. Dock at Smuggler's Cove, a hidden, lawless pirate bay where you can buy rare black market ammunition or trade info on the Reality Warden. Show up at the Glimmering Reefs, a mystical crystal beach guarded by ancient spirits rumored to house the Altar of Frost. Fuck yeah. Let's do B. Let's do B. I want to do B. We've already done enough, like setup. You steer your sailboat onto the shimmering sands of the Glimmering Reefs. The beach is made of crushed diamond-like crystals that reflect the purple sky. Towering shards of blue ice up out of the water, towering shards of blue ice jut out of the water like jagged teeth. The air drops instantly, freezing your breath into white mist. As you step aside, 3 towering ice golems rise from this frozen sand. Through your upgraded M19's ocular sight, you see their vital statistics and weaknesses, flashing in bright neon red runes. Ooh, it's immune to knockback. Alright, that makes sense. Scanner data. Health bars. Solid ice armor. Okay. Dual wield your pistols, imbue them both with fire magic to rain a hail of melting incendiary rounds upon them. Save your ammunition, try and use it to redirect the ocean waves to crush the... Focus entirely on your entire upgraded, imbuing your heavy rounds with maximum fire magic to shatter their structural weak points one by one. Let's go with A. We got a dual wield. because we've got a perk for it, so it's increased accuracy. You draw both firearms, crossing your forearms in a classic gunslinger stance. You pull a massive surge of fire magic from your core, splitting the heat evenly between both hands. The sleek 9 in your left hand grows bright orange, while your upgraded M19 in your right hand blazes with a volatile white-hot heat. Your insulated grip completely absorbs the thermal feedback, keeping your hand completely steady. Skill triggered, dual elemental fusion, fire. Targeted insight, your ocular locks on to the geometric fault lines in the core of each ice golem. You unleash a relentless hail of gunfire. Bang, 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 bang. Because the frost golems are critically weak to fire, the impact is catastrophic for them. The fire-imbued 9mm rounds pepper the lead golem, melting its outer armor into a cascade of boiling water. A split second later, the heavy 45 incendiary rounds from your M9 strike the exposed structural weak points. The intense heat meets the sub-zero crystal cores, causing a massive thermal shock explosion. All three shatter into harmless streaming shards of ordinary slush. The path to the altar of frost is wide open. Glowing crystalline blue runes float at the apex of the frozen ziggurat, waiting for your touch. Ooh, see if you can craft your own elemental ammunition. Approach the altar immediately to claim that. Okay, search the perimeter of the frozen ziggurat for any remains left by. Okay, we're not doing that. Let's do B. Yeah, let's do B, and then I'll ask it to reload later. Arcane munitions crafting. You kneel on the shimmering beach and scoop up a handful of the diamond-like crystal sand. The strange quartz in your backpack immediately reacts, projecting an ethereal blueprint into your mind. Yeah, I still haven't figured out the strange quartz yet. But yeah. By combining your internal mana, the elemental crystal sand, and your knowledge of modern ballistics, you find you can synthesize stable casings and gunpowder from pure ambient energy. Arcane ammo crafting. You channel your mana to mold the shards into solid, copper jacketed projectiles. In a matter of minutes, you completely replenish your ammo supply without using your spare magazines. Ooh, okay. Topped off. 6+ rounds synthesized, now 15. Resources remaining, 10. Okay. Nice. Cool. With your magazines fully loaded, you look up at the top of the frozen ziggurat. The blue rune pulses, casting long shadows along the beach. Ascend, scout. Nope, not this. Ascend to the ziggurat to claim. Yep. Ice spells and freezing rounds. Ooh, freezing rounds, nice. I mean, I guess I should have expected that, but yeah. Head straight to the lawless smuggler's cave now that you're fully loaded. A. Let's just go A. We're ready now. We're ready. Frozen Citadel. You ascend the crystalline steps of the ziggurat, your boots gripping the slick diamond-hard surface at the apex. You step before the floating blue sigil. The moment you stretch out your hand, you touch the primal rune of frost. An internal biting cold flashes up your arm. Instead of freezing your flesh, the energy is completely absorbed by the quartz in your backpack. The white and green light inside the quartz blends with a brilliant glacial blue. Your mind fills with the geometric structures of sub-zero thermodynamics. New magic learned. Frost Snap. Woohoo. Flash. Freezes water or traps a target in place. Advanced technique unlocked. Cryo shock ammo. You can now imbue it with ice magic. Striking a target lowers their movement speed, and hitting a frozen target with a fire round causes a devastating thermal shatter reaction. Ooh. And I leveled up. Suddenly a deafening echo across the sky. The purple clouds, blah, 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 armored figure hovering on mechanical wings of pure obsidian light. The Reality Warden's Vanguard Executioner. The Vanguard lands heavily on the ziggurat, wielding a massive energy claymore. A red holographic targeting laser sweeps across your chest. What the fuck? Scanner data, ocular sight. Vanguard Executioner boss. Oh my god. He's got 250 health. Highly agile, heavily armored shield. Combo opportunity, vulnerable to thermal shatter. Freeze then burn. Okay. This is your first major boss fight. You must utilize your full arsenal. Dual wield your pistols, imbue the 9 with ice magic to freeze his wings in place, then follow up instantly with a trigger. Use your new Frost Snap cantrip directly on the floor to create a slick sheet of ice, causing the Vanguard to lose his foot, so you can dump a full 9 magazine into his unarmed visor. Use kinetic overlock on your M9 to fire a high velocity wind round, piercing straight through the wings, joints to ground him permanently. Ooh. How about we do B? Yeah. We use Cold Snap. Counteroffensive. You decide to use the environmental to strip the mechanical titan of his mobility. As the Vanguard Executioner raises his massive obsidian energy claymore to cleave you in two, you drop low and slam your palms onto the crystalline floor of the ziggurat. You channel your newly acquired primal rune of frost. A wave of absolute zero temperature ripples across the platform instantly. The diamond-hard sand and moisture beneath the warden's mechanical boots freeze into a micro-thin, frictionless layer of black ice. Ooh. As the boss lunges forward, his heavy thrusters misfire on the slick surface. His stance breaks completely, and his massive claymore digs harmlessly into the stone, leaving his unarmored, glowing blue visor completely exposed. Capitalizing on the opportunity, you draw your magazine and point it straight at his face. I dump all of them of 9mm ammunition into this. The kinetic force shatters his optical sensors, and a bright plasma erupts from his head unit. He staggers backwards, roaring in digital agony, his health bar dropping rapidly. I didn't mean to empty the... Wait, did it say I have to empty it? Oh, a full magazine. Okay, so... Oh, God. Jesus. I mean, I guess I can craft more. I guess I can craft more. Completely empty. Ocular sight. Vanguard Executioner health. Visor shattered, shield offline. He is disoriented but preparing a desperate explosive self-destruct sequence. Oh no. I was about to say dash forward with tactical knife. Alright, quickly raise your heavy round with an explosive execution before he can self-destruct. Nah. Dash forward with your tactical knife. No. Dive off the edge of the cliff using the ice slopes to slide away. Okay, I'm gonna use option C, but I'm gonna use Gale Force with it. Enhance mobility. God damn it, I can't fucking... The digital keyboard on here is not the best. But yeah. Tactical retreat. You choose survival and tactical positioning over greed. As the core explodes, begins to pulse with a blinding, unstable white light, you spin on your heel and dive off the edge of the frozen ziggurat. As you plunge through the air, you extend your hands backwards and unleash a controlled, black, concentrated blast of wind. Spell combination, gale, and kinetic propulsion. The high-velocity jet of air acts like a temporary thruster, launching you past the jagged rocks at the base of the ziggurat. You touch down perfectly smooth on the crystalline ice slopes below, using your momentum to slide away at breakneck speeds. Boom! Behind you, the top of the ziggurat explodes in a massive, blinding flash of reality warping energy. The shockwave ripples across the glimmering reefs, shattering nearby ice spikes. Thanks to your distance and your active shield, you take 0 damage from the blast. When the smoke clears, the top of the ziggurat is completely gone, replaced by a smoking empty crater. The Vanguard is entirely vaporized, but a massive chunk of his dark reality warping energy has crystallized into a pulsing black crystal on the shore. And I level up. With the boss vanquished, your path forward opens up. Walk over to their obsidian crystal to see if it can reality warping attributes for your gear. Take a moment to sit down to use arcane ammo crafting to completely refill your empty 9mm, using your remaining crystal shards before moving on. We'll do B. Do B, then A. Yeah. Preparation and power salvage. Before rushing towards the crater, you find a safe spot behind a crystal reef to handle logistics. You lay out your empty 9mm pistol and pull the remaining crystal sand from your bag. Channeling your mana, you seamlessly synthesize fresh 9mm cartridges, packing them tightly into the weapon. Trade skill success. Alrighty. 0 shards remaining. With your primary firearm fully operational again, you hike up the mountain back to the smoking crater. At the center of the crater, blah 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 blah, the concentrated essence of the feels cold, heavy, and vibrates with subatomic frequency. The strange quartz in your pack flared violently, eagerly absorbing the foreign energy. Rare loot. Ooh. Dimensional pocket. Your inventory bag expands permanently. You can now carry heavier objects like larger modern firearms without suffering a penalty to your movement. Ooh. The Crossroads of Athelgard. With the Vanguard dead and your spatial capacity upgraded, you leave the frozen shores of the glimmering reefs behind. You march inland for several hours until you reach the chaotic outskirts of the crater town built out of salvaged pirate ships and rusted scrap metal. Smuggler's Cove. Neon magic signs flicker along the muddy streets. The drunken mercenaries, rogue elves, and deep-sea pirates crowd the allies. This lawless haven is full of opportunities to acquire serious military hardware. Head into the Iron Sight Tavern, a notorious gathering spot for interdimensional drifters to search for a hidden merchant selling heavy firearms. Visit the local black market forge to see if a sketchy blacksmith can combine your Vanguard core with your silver coins to create a brand new heavy weapon. Sneak into the smuggler's warehouse on the docks to steal a shipment of weapons from a local cartel. I think it's time to use coins. Yeah, let's do this. Or let's do B. Yeah. Ultimate power fantasy, man. Oh no. Oh god. Okay, there it is. I lost my mouse for a second. You navigate the chaotic, muddy streets of Smuggler's Cove until you find a suburban or subterranean workshop emanating thick black smoke and green magical glow. You descend the stairs and find a cybernetically enhanced goblin blacksmith with a mechanical eye, hammering away at a piece of enchanted iron. You place your Vanguard core and your 20 silver coins onto his greasy counter. I need something with heavy automatic firepower, you say. Zooms in on the obsidian crystal. He gasps, his jaw dropping. Orden tech? This is highly illegal, traveler, but for this stone and your silver, I can make you a masterpiece. He takes the crystal and melts it down in this the furnace, fueled by a hellfire, and fuses it with a heavy steel frame he pulls from an interdimensional crash site. A few hours later, he slams a pristine, dark matter-infused M4 carbine assault rifle onto the table. The metal is obsidian black and purple energy pulses along its handguard. Oh, that's cool as fuck. You can now spend a small amount of wind or fire magic to automatically materialize a fresh round, 30-round magazine inside of the gun, meaning you have infinite ammo as long as you have magic. Vanguard's Fury. Damn. As you step out of the forge with your new assault rifle slung across your chest, a massive explosion at the center of Smuggler's Cove Screams fill the air. A contingent of the reality wardens, elite shock troopers, has tracked your energy signature and is plunging the town to find you. They are heavily armored and moving in fire teams. Take the high ground on the rooftops, raise your carbine, and test out its fully automatic capability by imbuing the 30-round magazine with fire magic to create an explosive. Okay. Use your frost-snapped magic to freeze the muddy streets to trap them in place, then systematically eliminate them with your dual pistols for maximum style. Flank them through the narrow alleyways using your tactical knife and silenced N9 pistol to take them down one by one. Honestly, let's just go with A. Yeah, let's do that shit. Death from above. You sprint up a rusted fire escape, climbing onto the corrugated metal rooftops overlooking the town square. Below, a fire team of 4 heavily armed reality warden shock troopers is moving in tight formation, their plasma rifles scanning the smoke. Selected switch to fully automatic. You channel a massive fire surge down on your enemies straight into the rifle's receiver. The purple energy pulses along the handguards, violently turning it into a blazing incandescent orange. You lean over the ledge, aim down your sights, and squeeze the trigger. Brrrt. The M4 roars, spitting 30 fire-imbued, high-velocity rounds in a devastating 3-second burst. Because the troopers are clustered together, the results are catastrophic. Each bullet detonates on impact like a mini grenade. The explosive splash damages their kinetic shields instantly, melting their heavy armor and collapsing the structures around them in a cascade of fire. The entire enemy is vaporized before they can even pinpoint your position on the roof. Completely empty. The surviving townspeople look up to the rooftop in absolute awe, cheering for the bullet mage who just saved their harbor. However, the victory is short-lived. From the center of the town's crater, a massive mechanical tower begins to rise out of the ground. Massive mechanical tower begins to rise out of the ground. A dimensional anchor deployed by the warden to lock down the entire continent and prevent you from escaping. Okay. Drop down to accept rewards, healing items, or information from the grateful pirate warlords. Use your frost snap magic from the rooftops to freeze the base. Let's go option C. Actually, let's do B. We'll do option B just to collect some stuff. The pirate's gratitude. You drop down from the rooftop, sliding down the canvas awning to land smoothly in the muddy street. The smoke from your devastating firefight still clears as the pirate lords and smugglers of the cove emerge from their hiding spots. An imposing one-eyed orc captain clad in a tricorn hat steps forward, laughing heartily. By the depths, traveler, I've never seen anyone shred a Schwarden fire team like that. Smuggler Cove owes you its life. He claps a heavy hand on your shoulder and signals his crew. The townspeople shower you with supplies, coins, and salvaged battlefield tech to aid your assault on the warden's tower. Elixir of leaves, copper coins, weapon attachment found, overcharge battery. Oh, okay. Nice. It's fully risen in the center of the town square. It pulses with oppressive, reality-binding red energy that heavy up the air, making it hard to breathe. The massive blast doors at its base are sealed tight with a holographic lock mechanism. Use a combination of frost snap and to freeze the door's hinges in a heavily fire-imbued point-blank shot from your M9 to create a thermal shatter. Let's do C. Pure elemental science to bypass the warden. You slam your and unleash a maximum output freeze spell. Okay. Damn it. There we go. Okay. It may just be the browser, honestly, but whatever. Okay. The temperature drops precipitously as a thick layer of absolute zero glacial ice creeps across the metal doors, flash freezing the internal hydraulic hinges and structural frame. The metal groans and turns brittle under the sub-zero shock. Immediately following up, you draw your upgraded M911 Abomination Eye. You channel a massive burst of volatile fire magic into the chambered round. Pull the trigger. Boom. The sudden violent shift from freezing cold to exploding heat causes the entire blast door to shatter into glittering shards. Alrighty. You step into the tower. The elevator platform hums, waiting to take you to the apex where the Reality Warden's core anchor is locking down this world. Board the elevator straight to the top, but use your arcane crafting or dimensional munitions to fully reload the carbine while riding up, so you're combat ready. Instead of taking the elevator, use your gale wind to ambush whatever is guarding up. Okay. I'm going to tell it to make it do A and B. It might take too long, though. While stepping onto the humming elevator platform, you quickly snap the Warden's overcharged battery onto the top of your rail of your Vanguard's Fury. The battery clicks into place, feeding a steady stream of unstable plasma directly into the receiver. The rifle's purple energy lines flare with an intense overcharged lightning effect. As the elevator begins its rapid vertical descent towards the apex of the tower, you close your eyes and focus on your rifle's dimensional munitions trait. You channel your internal gale force wind magic down into the empty mag well. High velocity air currents condense inside the chamber, instantly materializing a fresh, translucent green 30-round magazine. Elevator doors open, revealing a massive open-air laboratory under the swirling purple sky. Dimensional anchor core, a massive. Standing before the core is Reality Warden's Chief Inquisitor, A gaunt figure in glowing obsidian robes wielding a staff that distorts the space around him. Two automated plasma turrets drop from the ceiling, instantly locking onto your position. Oh my. Highly vulnerable to wind while casting his spatial distortion spells. Okay. Okay. What if I just dual wield to hit both turrets at once? Gunslinger precision. You decide to clear the board of the automatic threats before focusing on the boss, leaving your overcharged M4 slung across your chest. You snap both hands to your hips, and in one fluid, seamless motion, you draw both weapons. Thanks to your dual-wielding power style, your arms lock out perfectly with steady muscle memory. Your red dot ocular sight instantly projects two separate glowing holographic target reticules into your vision, snapping directly onto the optic lenses of both ceilings mounted plasma turrets. You split your focus, tracking both targets at once, and pull both triggers simultaneously. Cleanly through, causes a short circuit at the same time. Tearing its internal power and sending to the floor. Okay. The Chief Inquisitor looks away from the gravity core. His glowing purple eyes widen under his hood as he realizes his defenses were vaporized in a single second. The spatial distortion around begins to, as he concentrates, wavers. Okay. Is exposed, and your M4 with armor-piercing wind ammunition. Alright, A. The Windstorm Barrage. You holster your dual pistols, grab the grip of your overcharged, and slam the buttstock firmly into your shoulder. The 30 rounds in the magazine are humming with dense supercurrents of primal rune of Gale. The Chief Inquisitor raises his distorting staff, screaming an incantation to rebuild his gravity shield, but you are far too fast. You click the selector switch to fully automatic and squeeze the trigger. Thanks to the overcharged battery, the rifle fires at a blistering, deafening cyclic rate. The 30 wind imbues rounds leave the barrel at Mach 4, leaving bright emerald tracer lines in the air. Woohoo. When the bullets strike the distortion field, they don't bounce off. The high velocity kinetic wind magic on the projectiles completely unravels his gravity field, tearing it open like wet tissue paper. They hit the Inquisitor dead center, lifting him off his feet and slamming him into the central machine. His obsidian robe shred, his staff shatters into splinters, and his health bar instantly deletes. I'm level 6 now. The Inquisitor collapses into ash, leaving behind a glowing master control room with the boss dead. The massive dimensional anchor core in the center of the room begins to destabilize. The red gravity magic turns a violent flashing white, tearing open a massive spinning cosmic rift right in front of you. Through the tear in reality, you see skyscrapers, highway traffic, and the concrete streets of your original homeworld. The portal is open, but the data is cycling rapidly. You only have a few moments before the anchor completely destroys or implodes. Choose your final action of the arc. Dive headfirst through the rift immediately with all your gear, abandoning Ethelgard to return straight to your normal civilian life. Use the Master Control rune to stabilize the portal data first. This will link your strange glowing quartz to the rift, allowing you to freely travel between your world and Ethelgard whenever you want. Oh. Turn away from the portal. There are still 2 more primal runes left in this world, and you want to completely finish off the Reality Warden before you ever go home. Oh my. I think I think this is the most cinematic here, like before we go. I think I'm gonna go to C. Yeah, let's just do C. Path of the Conqueror. You look through the cosmic rift at the skyscrapers of your old home. For a brief second, you feel the pull of your old life. Then you look down at your overcharged M4, your element-infused pistols, and the massive power humming in your veins. You aren't just a survivor anymore. You are the bullet mage, and your work in Ethelgard is far from finished. With a cold smile, you smash the terminal console with the buttstock of your rifle. The sky over Smuggler's Cove turns clear, turning from an oppressive purple to a deep natural midnight blue. You have officially rejected the easy way out. The Reality Warden will pay for trying to lock you down. I got a feat, and it leveled me up. Oh my god. Wasn't it already 250 though? Oh no, it was 220. Okay. You descend the mechanical tower to find the pirate lords waiting. When you tell them you crushed the portal to stay and crushed the warden for good, the entire tavern erupts into deafening cheers. If you're going after the warden yourself, you'll need the final 2 primal orb runes, unrolling a grand map of the continent, but the warden has them locked down behind his personal guard forces. He points to the brand new regions that have opened up on the horizon. Journey to the obsidian vaults of the deep earth to claim the primal rune of stone, rumored to allow you to craft dense, armor-piercing crystalline ammunition. Ooh. Claim the primal rune of lightning, which will let you turn your fully automatic into a literal railgun. Spend your 350 copper and 15 silver coins at the fully liberated smuggler to stock up on resources or heavy ammo crates before traveling. I'll do C, and then we'll go for the lightning. I'm gonna ask if they have any SMGs. You decide to liquidate your assets before marching into the dangerous outer territories. You head down to the bustling open arms, Okay. You approach a shady arms dealer approaching. Looking for a high rate of fire SMG to complement your dual pistols, you tell him. Showing golden teeth, he pulls out a latch, revealing 3 distinct compact firearms salvaged from various dimensional rifts. Points at them one by one. Vector. Sleek, modern submachine gun with an insanely high cyclical rate. It uses your existing 9 pistol ammunition. Arcane integration. Fusing this weapon with your Gale will completely eliminate vertical muzzle rise, turning it into a literal laser beam of lead. Heckler and Koch M15 Frostbite. Legendary, rugged, tactical machine gun. Okay. With your Frost, gives it intrinsic slowing, eventually turning them solid. Apex Dragon. Bull Pump. Offers excellent armor piercing, but uses unique 5.7 rounds. With your fire, causes it. Okay. We'll go with option 2. Yeah. Choose your next option. I don't know why this last one's. Yeah. Let's go with B. Yeah. I'll take the MP5. Through your palms, the suppressor shows over, softening. Glacial slow. Okay. Buy potions. Turn back into the you lay down. Show me your best healing and mana restoratives. Two elixirs of life, 1 essence of mana. Okay. Let's go to B. You choose the high ground, marching through the colossal mountain range that pierces the violet sky. As you ascend, the air thins rapidly and the temperature nosedives. Massive blocks of stone suspended in the air, held up by snapping arcs of purple lightning. You pull out your frostbite from its sling. The blue frost rising from its vapor blends into the mountain mist. Suddenly, the electric storm intensifies. Two harpy storm crawlers drop from the electrified clouds. Their feathers metallic and snapping with static electricity. Hovering above them is a thunder elemental, a cyclone ball of lightning and jagged sky roots. Freezing clips their wings. Thunder, resistant to physical bullets, vulnerable to fire, thermal disruption. Okay. Ooh, I want to use Gale Force. Yeah. Yeah, I want to use Gale Force to, like, pull them all in. That looks cool. Vacuum Trap. You holster your secondary weapons and thrust both hands towards them. Da-da-da. Pull your hands backwards instead of creating a forward blast. You invert the air currents, creating a terrified, hyper-pressurized vacuum pocket directly between the two harpies and the thunder elemental. Inverted vacuum. The sudden drop in atmosphere pressure creates an irresistible gravitational pull. Shriek as their wings lose lift, and the massive thunder elemental is forcibly dragged forward by the vortex. All three are slammed into one tight, chaotic cluster, completely unable to dodge. Elemental synergy. Oh. Use your empty okay. Let's use A. We'll save lightning for once we actually get it from the temple. Thanks to the tactical vacuum you created, the ice-infused 9mm rounds tear through all three targets at the same time. The magical frostbite accumulates instantly. The two harpy stormcallers are frozen solid mid-shriek. Their metallic wings turn to brittle glass. The thunder elemental's living lightning core is suddenly insulated by layers of absolute ice, choking out its electric currents. Within 2 seconds, the entire cluster freezes into a single block, floating precariously in midair. Critical to thermal shatter. Okay. Draw your upgraded M9. Forcibly unlock lightning element early. Honestly, let's just do thermal shatter. You transition flawlessly. As the massive block of frozen monsters plummets towards your platform, you holster the empty MP5 and draw your upgraded M19. You pull a massive surge of fire magic from your core, focusing every ounce of thermal energy into a single heavy .45 casing. The gun turns incandescent white, and your ocular sight locks onto the exact stress fractors. You squeeze the trigger. Boom. A white-hot incendiary bullet impacts the absolute zero, instantly triggering a maximum scale thermal shatter. Da-da-da. Surrounding storm clouds away, revealing a pristine, glowing platform further up the peaks. Floating at its center is the primal rune of lightning, surrounded by crackling golden electrical currents. How leveled up. Nice. Alrighty. A. Let's go with A. I guess I could just use C. Yeah. No! No, 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 no. Fuck. Oh, god damn it. No. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Oh my god. Chat. Maybe it saved. Maybe it saved. I don't think it did, though. Fuck. Ah, god damn it. I didn't mean to click that. Ah, shit. Oh, it's gone forever. It's gone forever now. Fuck. Yeah, I think it's gone. Yep, it's gone. Fuck. I guess we could try reloading it. Could try. Could try. I don't think it's gonna work. But yeah, I see that circle there. I really shouldn't even be using this browser, to be honest, but yeah. Oh, now it's causing it to crash. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're done. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to hit that. Oh, God. No, I didn't mean to hit X. Fuck. It actually did it. Okay. Fuck. Damn it. Oh, fuck. Maybe it can restore the page. Nah. Fuck. Oh my god. It was there. Well, okay. Well, that happened. Oh well. I mean, I guess that's the end, but... Oh well. It's okay. I still had fun. With it, so... It's all good. It's okay. What was it called again? Isekai Gun... Isekai Gun game or some shit. Magic Isekai... Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can just read over the video again and see. But yeah. That'll be it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. And, yeah.